Hi everyone, today I'm sharing my favorite pre-loved luxury designer handbags, what I paid for them, and when I purchased them. So this is where it all started with my Chanel wallet on chain, and then it continued on with these bags here. This happened back in 2019. It was early 2019, and the reason why I decided to purchase this on the pre-loved market through Fashion File was because, believe it or not, this combo, the black caviar with the silver hardware, was sold out at the time all across every single boutique in the country, in the US. And I found out later, in hindsight, I understand the reason because they were upgrading this snap closure. This is the original snap closure. Works like that. They upgraded it to a magnetic closure. So the other wallet on chain that I have that I purchased from the boutique, you guys probably have seen it if you've been here before, that does have the magnetic closure. So I think that they were just in that sort of transition period, and all the black ones had been sold out. This is the classic one, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I decided, let me just check on the pre-loved market, because that was when it was kind of getting hot. You know, people's trust for the pre-loved market was growing. And so I went onto Fashion File, and I was really shocked because I found this in brand new condition. It had all the tags attached, the stickers attached, came with the authenticity card, the dust bag, the box, basically everything that I would get from the boutique, except that someone had bought it, decided not to use it, and sold it off to Fashion File. Fashion File had this listed for $24.25. That was the price, $2,425 plus sales tax, of course. And again, that's early 2019. At the time, the retail price in the boutique for this bag was $2,500. So I saved $75. Not much, but I got the bag that I had been searching for in new condition for $75 off of retail. So that's how it all started. And now we know that the walk price is, what, like $1,000 more today? The next pre-loved bag that I purchased was this one here. This one is clearly used, secondhand, vintage. This is from the 6 series, and if you do the math, that is about 22 years old or so, because it's about the year 2000. Oh, it's almost like 24 years old. My goodness. So yeah, this bag has been around for a long time. It's beautiful black lambskin with the silver hardware, and it's the flat CC right here, which is only on a few of the series. Not all the series have the flat CC, so that's kind of cool. And this was listed in very good condition. Now, this was also from Fashion File. The ratings on condition have been inconsistent, I will say, from my personal experience. So, very good can actually mean very good, or very good can mean pretty not good. So you really do have to make sure that you are zooming in on all the photos and reading the description carefully on sites like Fashion File. But this is what it looks like. Beautiful, really soft, nice sheen to it. It's funny, I did a full antibacterial cleanse of this when I bought it. I did a whole cleanse, and I had a really big scare actually because I almost ruined the bag. So if you want to go check out those earlier videos, but it has the beautiful burgundy lining. It's made in France. Now, I said I bought this in 2019. I don't know if I said it, but about the same year that I got the Chanel walk. So it's like I got bitten by the pre-loved bug. And once I decided to do this and it worked out well for me, I was hooked. And that whole process of like hunting down the perfect piece was just really gratifying. So I got this one for about $3,500 plus sales tax. But again, this was back in 2019, so that is, almost 5 years ago. And so if you're doing your own research to look for a Chanel Classic flat bag in a similar condition today, you'd probably have to add a bit of a premium on that just to be fair because of the market changes. Then the next bag that I picked up also from Fashion File, I actually gave Fashion File quite a lot of business now that I think about it. But they've changed their policies and the way of doing business quite a bit since then too. So just make sure you're reading their disclaimers and their return policy and all of that. So this one is the Celine Classic box bag in the medium. And if you know, on the retail market from the stores, this bag goes for over $4,000. However, since then they've discontinued it. So you're not going to find the Celine Classic box bag in the Celine stores anymore. This is from the old Phoebe Philo era when she was the creative director. Phoebe now has her own namesake brand. Don't get me started. I am not impressed with her new collection, her debut collection, but that's a different story. So this was, I think, listed in Also very good condition, or maybe excellent condition, probably excellent condition, because there was like no sign of wear or anything like that. Any sign of wear really is from me, because I've had this bag now for close to 5 years. This also I picked up in 2019, and I got this for $2,825 plus sales tax. Now, Celine is notorious for not holding their value on the secondhand market. There are a lot of brands that are expensive, luxury brands, but for some reason or another, they don't hold their value. Dior bags do not hold their value. Celine bags do not retain their value. Bottega Veneta bags do not hold their value. In general, there might be one or two very popular styles that are in trend at the moment that might hold their value a little bit for a little while, but in general, no, they do not. Not like Chanel Classics or some of the popular Louis Vuitton bags. So yep, this got for $28.25. You guys know I've been eyeing the Celine Triomphe bag. I mentioned in my last video that I went to go see it, and I'm glad that I actually resisted and walked away, not because it's not a beautiful bag, but I just feel like I have already other bags that I'm enjoying, and this is, one of the bags I thought I might let go in order to get the Triomphe, because I don't want to have too many repetitive black crossbody bags. But this to me is now extra special because it's from an older era. I got a great deal on it. I saved thousands off of it, and it's discontinued, so it's going to be really hard to get it back. So, I don't think it makes sense for me to have this plus the Triomphe. So I think I'm just going to keep this. It's like a beautiful classic. Timeless. Then, last but not least, this bag I did not get from Fashion File. It's the only one I'm showing here that's not from Fashion File. I picked this up in 2020. So clearly I did a lot of shopping between the years 2019 and 2020. Really, I think all of us kind of went off the rails, right? Us handbag lunatics. So, including me. So this is the single flap, and it's black caviar silver hardware. And I got this from Jazz, that's her name, and she goes by Rouge Street Bags on Instagram. I've talked about her before. I'll take this all out just to show you. This came full set with everything packaged beautifully, the authenticity card, the dust bag, the box, everything. So just beautiful. I would say excellent condition, especially because with single flap jumbos, typically what you'll see on the pre-loved market is a tapering that happens here where it's sort of like a point or like a cone, because that means that the previous owner either didn't really care for it and store it properly, or they overstuffed it. And because of the way the single flap goes with the two grommets horizontally side by side instead of front to back, so I'll show you. The classics with the double flap have the grommets like this, front to back. The single flaps have them side to side. So all the weight of the bag gets pulled up onto the flap. So if you really overstuff this bag, and it's a big bag, if you put a lot of stuff in, it gets really heavy. Then what happens over time is that the flap gets pulled and tapers. And this one I noticed immediately was just in such great condition. It still had the rounded, beautiful structure. And I thought, when am I ever going to find another one like this at the price? So I did get this for $3,900 at the time. Let's just say about $4,000 with shipping and et cetera. But nowadays, for a jumbo single flap, you probably have to pay maybe, I don't know, depending on the condition, you're definitely going to pay more, right? So you just, again, have to consider the year and the condition and the fact that the market has moved since then on a lot of things, not just, obviously, designer handbags. But I thought I would share this because some of you asked me to please just be transparent and share the prices. I have shared these prices in videos, older videos, probably when I first unboxed them. And I've always been just very forthright about the prices because I feel it can be helpful. But then over the years, I stopped sharing because A, who wants to hear the prices all the time? And B, I felt like it's not that relevant what 2019 and 2020 prices were on the pre-loved market versus now 2024. But if it's still helpful, then so be it. I'm sharing it again, because many of you commented on my recent price increase video. So hopefully that is going to be helpful information for you in your own search. And then also I want to mention that there was a tag video going around, and there was another YouTuber called Something Latte who tagged me to share my favorite pre-loved designer handbags. So I kind of did a 2-in-1. So I want to say thank you to Something Latte for tagging me. That was a cool idea. And I thought I'd just go a little further and share when I bought them, and what I paid. So that's it. It's a real quick video. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it to be informative in any way and you enjoy the eye candy. And let me know, I guess, how you feel about shopping on the pre-loved market. Pre-loved, used, secondhand, vintage. Not everything on the pre-loved market is vintage, and not everything is a used condition. Sometimes it is new condition. It's just somebody bought it and changed their mind. So I think there is some opportunity to find some gems out there even nowadays, and I think it's also kind of satisfying to be able to hunt to find that perfect piece within your budget, within your parameters. So if you are on that search, good luck, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.